Mm-hmm.
Are we doing on camera or off camera, or does it not matter?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Hey, everybody. I'm Raquel, and tonight we have Dr. Forbin, Mr. Peabody, Drenace Lunatic, and Superfan Adam.
That's right.
We're talking about movies.
Adam, you keep your clothes on this time.
I put a shirt on. Leave me alone. No, it's true. It's true. The man with the plan and Frank the Winter Dog Plan is here with Raquel, Super Saiyan Girl, and this wonderful panel. And I'm very happy to be here. So thank you for inviting me.
Oh, you're always welcome to be here. Everyone is.
But truth, Adam, you did remove your hat and your tie.
Yeah, what was that belt that you were wearing at the men's room earlier?
Oh, the belt. I put my props. I'll go get my props. And look, okay, so because it's the 4th of July weekend and in the men's room, we do Friday nights. So I went out and you guys seen this stuff, and those of you that didn't, so I had this on the Joker that's behind me because I thought it looked better on him than me, and I picked up my little bow tie. And I had that on with my new shirt because I was like, But see, when I do stuff, as you guys know, I don't half-ass it. Like I go balls to the wall, like all the way, right? So we got
Chippendales,
And I mean, we're talking. I go all the way down to like I've got on. Yeah, see,
he's wearing the Frank flags. Yeah.
So the Frank. So we got Frank with Jason Mewes. This is one of my favorite pictures right here. Is Jason Mewes holding Frank because Jason Mewes knows about this picture and he loved it because Frank has a Twitch account and Frank was on there and he's like, oh, it's Frank and the Clan, and I'm like, Jason, my name's Adam, not Frank. Frank is my wiener dog, and he got the biggest kick out of that. So I was like, all right, cool. I was like, is it cool if I do this? And he's like, yeah, sure, go for it, man. So I love that. But this one here, like Mr. Peabody thought that this picture was Frank with an American flag. And it's not. It's Frank on my right leg.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because he was wearing those pants and Frank was sitting on his leg and it looked like Frank was wearing an American flag.
Yeah. Because it's fun that way. Now I did take my flag down. I don't want to get my flag again.
Yeah,
Frank.
No, because
you said Frank was humping your leg.
Well, it's his presidential. Here, we'll get a bigger picture of it. But yeah, no, right here.
If you see the full picture, then it looks like a flag, but it's actually his pants.
Yeah, it's my pants leg
right now. Yeah.
It's the American pants leg.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's just, it was one of those, like I was talking with Peabody when I took the picture and he's like, is he with a flag? Did you put a flag by it? And I'm like, no, dude, I didn't know such thing. Like he's on my leg. And he's like, oh, that's just awesome. So it turned into Frank 2024. Because to be frank with you, which means to be honest, So yeah,
and we come up with all these slogans that he could use in his election spiel.
Yeah. And Chef Carolyn, she was like, and Frank we trust, and so it's just one of those. We're just doing it to be silly because it's just fun. We enjoy being silly. Why wouldn't we?
Well, that's nothing. You should hear what we said about cars.
That's nothing. You should hear about the song we were writing about Raquel with that whole Tangled or whatever it was, Frozen theme.
I can't stand that song.
Yeah.
Every time I hear it, I'm like, turn it off.
Yeah, but we were rewriting it completely and like it rhymed and we were giggling.
I'm sorry. I'm writing it down, Adam. Turn it off.
Exactly.
Did you guys watch any cooking videos tonight on the men's room?
Say that again?
Did you watch any cooking videos on the men's room?
No. We weren't doing cooking video.
I'm sorry, but you were. They're cooking meat using kinetic energy. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that was it, dude. No, what he's talking about, like, we watched for like an hour plus, like not like 5 minutes. Like, there was a thing with the dude that, yeah, with friction heat was doing a chicken and a steak, and that was pretty funny. But that was nothing compared to what we did the following week or 2 weeks ago when we were doing that. Was well, it was a Batman watch party. Yeah, it was a Batman watch party, which we got taken down because YouTube said that. The sound came through on like Tommy Guns and a little bit of Jesse Miller's. So because of the sound coming through, they're like, oh, you can't do that. I'm like, the movie's on YouTube. Shut the F up. You know, come on. Damn screw tube.
It's a free movie.
That's the night that the guy was cooking the steak in the jar, wasn't it?
Yeah. The guy cooking the steak in the jar.
Yeah.
Oh, it was really weird. Dude, that dirty ass hands. We're like, I was like, we're hungry. The dude was doing chicken and stuff, and I'm like, man, I want chicken. And luckily, there's a Popeyes nearby, so I just ran and got some Popeyes like that. And I was like, oh, actually, I didn't. I went the next day because it was too late. I don't have a Chick-fil-A by me, so
I'm
Popeyes
jealous.
I do.
They don't have
Love Popeye's chicken.
They don't have Popeyes near you, Dio.
We don't have Popeyes at all.
Well,
We have Popeyes. We have Popeyes in Kansas City, but it's so damn far. You know, might as well stop at KFC. And
But what I do have chicken tenders in the freezer. Yeah.
Not the same.
It's not the same when you got to cook it yourself. Yeah.
Well, damn, I can't
But
find
apparently-
the link.
But apparently, they've re-released with KFC in Australia the $8 bucket. So on Tuesdays, I can go to KFC and get a bucket for $8.
You can get a bucket. Nice.
Well, it all comes with that.
I don't know.
bucket.
Yeah, well, that's just it. It's like, is that just the bucket, or do I have to pay for chicken on top of the bucket?
I was assuming it was just the bucket, right? I mean, that's that. Anybody else? That's what I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking too. It's like you pay $8 for the bucket, and then you pay for chicken to put in the bucket. Yeah.
Okay, so there's that. Man, where is
Oh, here I just finished slamming a egg roll.
egg roll? Egg roll, good. I like egg roll.
It's very good.
Well, in the freezer, I've actually got chicken rolls and spring rolls.
I have a spring roll next.
Now, the chicken rolls is classic Australian. You need a chicken roll, yeah.
I'm having a hell of a time finding this picture. It should not be this complicated, but it is.
Raquel's peanut butter jelly time.
Go into our chat and you can scroll up and find the picture.
Dude, you know how far back that was?
Yeah, it was a fair while back, but I had to be scrolling. But it would take less time. It'll take less time than you fucking scrolling through everything else.
Well, I don't have it on my desktop. That's the problem. I was flipping through all the photos on my desktop, and it's not there. So I have to actually go into my photos. I've got some good ones to share as soon as I find the one I'm looking for, but I could just con Raquel into just making it a solo and just doing the picture that way too. But I will digress and scroll down. Yeah. No. Australia, you see, here's the thing. They say it doesn't exist. And to some extent, they're right because they don't have half of the stuff we have. This poor man is not allowed to have a Nerf gun or a gel blaster. He's not allowed to have fun. I'm at the point where I'm starting to feel that there it is. Australia is very communist. Because, man, they are anti-fun.
Are they? Is Australia asshole?
A lot of them are. Yeah. Yeah. Now, Mr. Peabody's good, and Lethal Lightning's good, and Farty's good, and I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting somebody. Maybe not. David Applegate's pretty good. He's not too bad, although he's in Queensland, so you can forgive him because he lives in Queensland. But no, he's a good cat too. Here we go. Here's what I was trying to find. I found it. There we go. Finally. Goodness gracious. Took forever.
All right.
I scroll up and found it as well.
Alrighty.
So yeah, see, there he
There's
is.
Frank.
He's on my leg.
Look at that hound dog.
Hey. He said, "Give
Humping
me a
your
treat.
leg.
Give me a treat." He says.
He says, I, the Frank, will take care of you, the American people. You, the people, will rub my belly, give me treats, and pick up my poo. Still better than Biden.
Oh yeah.
Let me see. I'll find the other one because this one's pretty cute too. All right. So, that was easy. Okay, cool. I sometimes forget StreamYards because, well, I don't always do this. So that's Mo. That's Mo White. That's his little son Mo. And I don't have Mo anymore. I wish I did, but unfortunately, we had that. He got sold, and he went to a lovely, lovely home. But when Mo was here, we hit the gym. Are you guys ready for this? Check it out. Oh, look at Mo. Look at him. Look at that.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? And I'm not one for
So you
doing
have.
this.
So you don't have no Mo.
Nope, no Mo. But here we are, here to pump yous up.
Pump you up.
Man. And then here we have where I took Trump.
Oh, I
Yeah.
remember this picture.
Yeah. That's the one. Yep. So yeah, and that's one of the other profile pictures I have for one of the other streams where Mo makes his appearance on a weekly basis on the Red Pill 1776. That's where Mo White is. But yeah, I mean, it's I'm kind of limited into my intelligence on messing with this stuff. It's not perfect. I did this from an iPad real quick, but I mean, this one here, I'm sorry, this is freaking hilarious. Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yes, it is.
with Mo's head. Come on. It's better than mine. Like I like that one better than mine because I
put Mo's head. Adam, you gotta put Mo's head on Mo on the Three Stooges.
Yeah,
There you
right.
go.
But yeah, I mean, it's literally just one of those things. Like when the icons are so small that you don't have to do it perfectly. Like you can see a little bit of the mess ups when it's full screen, but hell, when it's that big, you don't see shit. But yeah, it's just meant for fun. That's what a lot of the stuff. That's what we do here. And it's an old school rule that I learned with the DJD show and a lot of other guys too when they were coming up and far surpassing me. Like proper Jeremy, Jenny, actually Justin Proper now. There was a lot of people that got their starts with myself, Peabody, DJD, Brandon Moyes, Bonnie, Jesse Miller. Same thing. Like all of us kind of started out together and had a lot of fun. But if you ain't having fun doing this, you shouldn't be on here doing it. You really shouldn't. Because if you're not having fun, just go do something else. Go do something that makes you happy. Go do something that's fun. Me, I love doing this stuff, hanging out with people, good people all the time, plenty of stuff to talk about and have fun. It's that simple.
Yeah, same. I'm having fun doing this.
I mean,
They're echoing.
I have the most fun because I'm exposing all of yous to my wiener dogs. So, yeah.
Your wiener, dog.
That's right. Come on, DL. You know how it goes. You know how I've done that for the last 4 years.
We know how you hang.
Yep. It's nice and long and to the left. Well, I guess no, that's right. They're all on the bed sleeping.
You got any puppies?
No, not literally. Like I said, we think Lizzie's pregnant. Penny, we don't know if Penny's pregnant, but Lizzie's looking kind of big. So she should be. Penny went into heat, and we're waiting on Jelly to go into heat, and then her and Mr. Happy will, so get their wiener and on.
Mr. Joey.
It's Jelly and Mr. Happy. His name is Mr. Happy. You have to have a happy wiener dog. So, and we do. We have a happy wiener.
It's going to be Mr. Peanut Butter Jelly time.
Well, no,
Mhm.
peanut butter's in here sleeping. She's a she. And then the other girl's name was Jelly. So we do have Peanut Butter and Jelly, but they're both females. And unlike Hollywood, they're not lesbian, bisexual, third gender, whatever's. They're just girls. They're wiener dogs. So, but yeah, and then we've got a bunch of the younger ones that aren't a year old coming in the heat, but we won't breed them for another 2 cycles. So they'll be like a year and a half before we breed them. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, but like this will be Lizzie's.
You're one man that likes to show off his wiener.
Oh, what's this?
Always.
What's this, Mr. P.I.?
Yeah, that-
Is that a kitty cat?
That's 4th of July cat. Yeah.
Oh. Oh,
Is that Bezos getting ready to launch into space? They're launching into space like really soon.
And the cat went pop.
Gosh.
That is one pussy cat full of gas.
Mm,
That's what happens when you eat beans, yo.
Yep.
Magical fruit makes you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. Better eat beans with every meal.
Yep. Those are the
Raquel, do
words.
you like chili? Do you like chili, Raquel?
Right.
Hello.
I can't really handle my spices very well. Too spicy, and it doesn't agree with me.
Wait a minute. You live in Texas, and you're telling me that you can't handle spice?
It's yes.
Okay. Just clarifying. No, I'm not big on spice.
Adam, she doesn't like beef either.
That's all right. She likes
You
chicken.
know, Texas girls, she don't like beef.
It's okay. I'm just not really it's not really my go-to kind of meat. I'm more like the white meat.
My girl.
She might prefer beef that's actually cooked with kinetic energy being slapped. Yeah.
Do you
Well, I
like
say, I immediately was thinking chicken nuggies, I'm sure a nice smoked pork, butt, shoulder, kind of a thing. I get it. Maybe smoked turkey. But this explains why when I said, we could meet at Wahlburgers, why you're just like, well, and I do appreciate you going, well, you don't have to come just for little old me. And I'm like, oh, honey, I'm coming for the burger. I mean, I want to meet you. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like, I love you to death, and we always have fun. But it's like, it was for your comfort to be like in a public place. And like, I will drive to Ohio for Wahlburgers hamburgers because we don't have any in Indiana. So I have to go to Ohio because I'm not going to like Detroit, Michigan. So no, I'll just go to Ohio because I've got one 2.5 hours from my location now in Cincinnati. No, Cleveland. And then the other one's in Cincinnati, which is like 3.5 hours. So, I mean, like, I'll drive for a burger. I mean, don't think I won't. And then, the bonus part was, we'd be able to hook up and whatever. And then the one time my daughter was going to come with me because I didn't want you feeling, not that you would, but, I wanted you to be comfortable. Because this is obviously safe for everybody. But, I drove all the way to ETEP's house, which is like 4.5 hours north. And I went to his house, which is Etep Wakuli and the Place to Be Reviews, which is Pete. I've streamed with him a couple times. We have mutual friends and stuff. And I got him that big ass necklace because he's the people's champ. But as I was talking to Keely Chow, yeah, it's okay because I'm still a champ too. I've got a couple different belts. But when the Phantom Menace kind of broke up, he was known as the Phantom Menace champ and all that kind of stuff. You can just kind of see he was kind of sad. And, he was an independent wrestler. He's a great guy. He's done all kinds of different stuff. And we clicked, and basically we just DM and stuff back and forth. No real contact. Exchanged phone numbers, started texting because that's usually the easier way because I don't have notifications on any of my social media. So if you send me something on Messenger, like I don't get it on my computer, my iMac will ding at me and say, "Hey, dumbass, you got a message." But unless I'm looking at my phone, like nothing. That shit's all silent on my phone because I use my phone to talk on more than I do to do this shit. But dude,
and Jesus Christ, man. You nail me every time I over-explain everything, and you're going way out of over-explaining.
That's not over-explaining. That's just telling people that's how it goes. So if you want to get a hold of me, you better leave a message.
And besides, when you meet her, more than likely, I'll be in his pocket, and I'll be like, "Hey."
Mm-hmm. He'll be like, "Hey, I'm here."
Jesus Christ! Like you complain to me about over-explaining. It's like
no. How are you
went way past.
How are you taking a conversation and calling that over-explaining? This is a conversation. You'll go on an hour and a half rampage about fucking guitars that I know nothing about, bitch. So there's a difference there. Difference there. But this
Can you feel the love tonight?
Of course. He's my bitch. He's my Aussie bitch.
He's my brother. Yeah. He's my brother. Yeah.
But this dude, this is his house, right? Like, and Raquel's a girl. I don't want pressure and all that kind of shit. But like, I went to the dude's house. I met his wife and his kid, and like I said, he does all kinds of different shows, and he's all over the place. But and we became really good friends. Like when we go to Horror Hound, we're looking at Horror Hound in Cincinnati, Ohio, September 10th through the 12th.
I'll try to make it, but I don't know if I'll make it though.
Yeah, no, but that's fine. It's like when you make it, as long as we ain't got snow on the ground, we're golden. When you're in October, we shouldn't have snow in October, but come on, look at the year we're having. So who knows? The last year and a half we've had. So, but yeah. I mean, it's all good. Hell yeah.
No, I'm sorry, Cal. You have to show up.
No, she goes up to see family, bro. I mean, it's like when I told her, it was adorable. I mean, I really loved it when she's like, because we were either on Discord or we were on air. And you don't have to come all the way here for little old me. I'm like, babe, I'm coming for the burgers. I mean, you're the positive, that's a plus. But either way, I'm getting my burgers.
I just made Pete laugh.
Oh, you did?
What'd you do to Pete?
What did you do? What did you do?
I sent Pete a super chat. He's talking about CERN, and I went certainly. So it's just funny.
Mm-hmm.
Is he talking about CERN?
CERN, the super collider over.
CERN.
I'm just clarifying. That's all.
Yeah, CERN and other dimensions. That's the topic for tonight.
Yeah.
So, okay.
We just tried to make a play with
we
signs because CERN and CERT sort of the same. So.
It is sort of the same. I was trying to clarify. Yeah, so.
I'm looking at the menu from Wahlburgers. I tell you what, sound pretty damn good.
I'm telling you, man. I've got pictures of what I got the one time when my daughter and I went. We went on our big old trip, and it was quite scrumptious. And I am very. Oh, okay. Hold on. I got one for you though. They have a plant-based burger there. I know you like white meat, as you said, you prefer, but I'm even curious to try this plant-based burger myself. Now, I'm not going to switch on any of that shit. I'm still going to eat cow because you know what? When a cow looks at you and licks its lip, believe me, if it could, it'd eat you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna eat as many of them before they eat me.
Well, they do
the
have
Impossible Burger.
They have 3 stomachs. Cows have.
Yeah, I brought that up last night.
Well, there's this idea that they can make certain kinds of plastics out of hydrocarbons that cows could eat because they have the certain digestive system they have. So that's a plan because we do need cows because I like my steaks.
Well, that's the fact is it's the actual cellulose to do with grass. That's basically like a plastic. So cows can actually break that down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm stumbling.
Wahlburgers also has root beer floats.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, root beer floats will solve the world's planets. The world's problems. So
I gotta try that. And when
you have
I'm
to.
gonna go. I'm gonna write it down and say.
Raquel has never had a root beer float.
Nope.
Root beer sucks.
I told you,
awesome.
Taste. Yeah, you have to kind of like it.
Don't listen to the deranged.
Oh man, they rock.
Don't listen to the deranged Australian. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Root beer is awesome.
Hey,
I wouldn't know till I try it.
Well, that was like, what was that alcohol?
Wait. I'm Australian. I've tasted root beer, and you have no idea what it tastes like.
No, I really don't drink soda.
Yeah, well, you don't want root beer. Yeah.
Necessary.
You want a root beer float?
If you had it in the day when it was made by hand, it was not carbonated.
Yep. There's a place up the road. That's where I go to. The drive-in up the road, Simonton Lake Drive-in. They make their own homemade root beer. That's when I go get it.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper was not originally carbonated.
Nope. Well, remember the old days with the you'd go to the corner store, the dime stores, basically, and they'd make the fountain drinks there, and that was way different than the crap they produce these days.
Oh, sure. It was brewed in kegs and or in porcelain urns and with the spigots, and so they just put the ingredients in and say, "Okay, here's root beer," and you drink it. So, and it was a kind of a every recipe was a little different depending where you lived. So it was non-alcoholic, and the Baptists loved it.
Well, that's what they made those little pocket valves for, so you could make it alcohol. I had to. I couldn't help it. No, yeah, there's a difference.
I remember when my daddy used to come back to the cave, and he used to crush up the berries in the corner, and my ma put it in a pot, and then we had root beer.
Well, that's interesting because, people used to use those really large ceramic pots here to make their own beer. And, you covered it and just let it ferment. It wasn't Pilsner, but it was beer. So,
well, I know.
Because, Texas was predominantly dry for a long time. We had some dry counties.
Let's face it, they had to carbonate everything because, it's important for people to pay for bubbles of air. Yeah.
I guess it adds excitement to drinking. I don't know why. What is everybody's opinion about why carbonation became so popular? Because of maybe the false media saying it was healthy for you because it was carbonated.
They could put less actual drink in the can and make it carbonated and make more money.
Yep.
And I guess people just love fuzzy drinks.
I think that's it because, it was fountains that did it first.
Did you say fuzzy drinks?
She said fuzzy drinks.
People thought it was cool.
She actually
said
fuzzy drinks.
Yeah, it's true. Gosh, look at all the seltzer. Seltzers are.
I do not want no fuzzy drink. I'm sorry.
Well, stay away from beer.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? When I mean by fuzzy drinks, it's very carbonated. That's what I mean.
You know what, Raquel?
You said fuzzy drinks, and all of us are thinking how much time it would take to pull the pubic hairs out of our teeth.
Oh
no! I would not go there. I was thinking of like a fuzzy navel. I was like the alcoholic here is thinking, I'm like fuzzy navel.
That's still pubic hair.
No.
Hey, Raquel, that's going to go on the list, with a porcupine in there.
Oh shit!
In the 1996.
Definitely goes on the list. Yeah, like that fuzzy drink. You gotta get Buster's fuzzy drinks.
Well, you had to monitor your porcupine back in the day because you never know if it would be stingy afterwards. You might have caught something.
Yeah.
Well, you call them porcupines. We call them echidnas.
When choosing a porcupine, you don't want to choose a porcupine.
I don't know why I said that. I
Because
really
you were
don't.
exhausted.
I don't know why you said it either.
It's
You said,
I like it's appropriate, isn't it? Apropos.
I'm
Run off
guessing.
with your porcupine. That's the way it should end.
Somebody's getting poked.
Giggity.
Raquel, you're a hoot.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a good night. It's been fun.
It is, and it's July 4th weekend, barbecue and fireworks.
Lots of alcohol.
And porcupines.
Porcupines.
I don't know about that, but
And fuzzy drinks.
Hold on. So it's going to be 1996. We've got lots of porcupines and fuzzy drinks.
not the year thing
Well,
again.
if you're drinking a fuzzy drink, you're probably poking a porcupine. So.
No. Adam, you've got to share the story about flambeing the wasp.
Oh yeah. Well, I've
What?
got two because I gotta finish up the story you were telling her the other day, and I might as well do it online. Doesn't I'm not shy. So yeah. So I have never ever. I don't know. Will I be over explaining, bitch? I've never ever been stung by a wasp.
What? No way.
Before. I've never.
Gosh.
I've never been stung by a wasp before. Bees, sure, wasps, no. So the other day, I'm going in my second garage, and that's where my gym and everything is. And like a normal 45-year-old, I fucking forget shit all the time. So I go in and I go out, and all of a sudden, I get stung. And I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm like, where'd it go? Because at first I thought it was a bee. I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, what an asshole. So I get in my car, and I'm getting ready to leave. Then I realize I left my wallet in the garage. So I go back in. I walk in, I come back out, some bitch sticks me in the neck. So I turn around, I see him, and he's making a little nest in the corner of the door. So I grab a shovel, and he flies at me, and I whack that some bitch with the shovel. So I think we're done, right? Like, game over, he's going to leave me alone? Hell no. I go in the garage, and he's sitting there looking at me, just bitching up a storm. Now, I remember when you get WD-40 in a can, and that shit was like a fireball, right? This new spray shit's not the same. So I will let you all. Paul, you can't say nothing because you already know the answer. So the rest of you can try to figure out in a garage, mind you, I do work on cars. No, I did not use gasoline. What did I grab to spray and make a fireball with? If anybody wants to take a guess.
Ether.
He's not wrong because ether is actually in the spray.
Yeah. I know. That's why I kind of went like this, but I forgot to let everybody else go too.
I can think of a dozen things in my garage.
Some kind of spray can or something.
Yeah. So being old school, I still have where you work on carburetors. Remember the engine start spray, gentlemen? Yeah. Oh, that made love. I had to put the fire out, but I burnt that sumbitch and his little cone he was making. Oh yeah, I flambéed him. It was game oil. It was like, yeah, bitch. And then to go back to
for stinging me, you bastard.
Yeah, he got me twice, and he came the third time, but I hit him with a shovel. Now you would think after getting blasted with a shovel, you're gonna leave me alone, right? No, he's just sitting there going, "I'm gonna get you when you come through." I'm like, I'm not coming through. Wow. Yeah, he was surprised. Then he's all laying on the ground twitching and shit, and I'm like, I hope it hurts.
Did you squash him too?
Yes, I did. I stepped on his ass.
No. Then he called up his house.
Stomped him, maybe squashed him in there.
Yeah, I made sure he was dead. I did not die hard that motherfucker. I made sure he was dead. He's not coming back. He's gone. Do not rest in peace. Burn in hell, you some bitch. Yeah.
And then he called up to the house and said, "Dinner's ready."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I fled him to the illegals. Yes, I did. No, yeah, I crushed his ass. I crushed his ass. I was like, no, we're done.
It's gonna be like Patrick Swayze and he like goes and come back and get you.
So all of a sudden, like this last, I think it's been about 2 weeks now, we keep having dump trucks going up and down our road. And I live in a county, right? So like it's a freaking huge circle.
You got to tell the story. Yeah.
So you don't have to like turn in my garage or pull in my driveway to turn around. You can just drive to the next, it's a circle, it comes out the other end, circle. So you can get on back to the road. Well, all of a sudden we keep having these dump trucks going down the road. So I was on with Mr. Peabody and we were talking and whatnot. And I'm like, let's go see what the hell they're doing. Because to the left, like they wanted to annex us into the city. That didn't work because the city owns all this land. Well, now they're building on the land. So I'm like, oh, this might be fun. And I'm walking and I'm watching the dump trucks go in. I'm like, oh, okay. And Mr. Peabody's like, I bet you they're going to think that you're a foreman. Now, keep in mind, I'm in a tank top with a cutoff on. I'm in gym shorts and a pair of Nikes and Nike socks, like my shit matches. So I'm like, all right, but I'm in workout gear, right? And I'm like carrying a bottle of water. I got my phone in the other hand and I'm just walking down the road with it, showing him stuff. And I'll be damned. He goes, they're going to stop and think you're the foreman. I start laughing and I shit you not, this truck stops. And I'm like, okay. Guy rolls down his window and I've got my earbuds in. So I had to pull one out. Right. And I'm waiting on him to say, are you a foreman? Cause I would have lost it. I'd have been like, I'm going to die, aren't I? Because this is just too funny. And the guy goes, oh, was that your mailbox that I might've hit? And I start laughing. I'm like, no. And I got my phone in my hand and I'm like, no. I said, I got my Australian brother on the phone here and they don't get to see big trucks like this all the time. Guy fist bumps me and stuff, goes away, backs up, dumps the load so Paul can see it and shit. I'm like, okay, right on. In the meantime, he's in my ear laughing, going, we have trucks like this. I'm like, do you have like 7 of them at a time? And he's like, well, no. I go, win, bitch, win. Yeah, this guy, right?
Winning.
No, but he told the guy that we don't have big trucks like that in Australia.
What do you call them? What do you call them? Mr. Peabody? No.
Road trains. Road trains.
Yes, road trains.
Yeah. But it's real funny because they're doing that area, and he got to see all that with me, as I'm going by and whatnot. But yeah, I kid you not, and this is not a joke, guys. Like 3 seconds after he says, "Oh, one of them's going to pull in there and think you're the supervisor," and he stopped talking, and then the big blue one came and stopped, and the guy rolls down the window, and I'm like, "The hell, no." Fuck. I'm like, I know you're from the future and shit. I'm about to die, but literally, he's like, I'm like, well, I live down on the corner. And I just walked from there. So unless you just recently hit my mailbox and went over like 3 feet to hit it, I really don't think it was mine. And he's like, oh, okay. And once I told him what I was doing, like, dude was like, thumbs up, gave me a fist bump. And here's the thing, like, the world's racist, right? It was a black guy driving the truck that pounded my white ass like this. So that's what I got to say about your racism. The whole world ain't racist, damn it.
Well, the other thing is, like, then he walked back down the street and showed me where the mailboxes were.
Yep.
It's like, and yeah, the truck will be having to try really hard to kill the mailboxes.
Yeah, because from the road, they're like 2-3 feet, to the right. So I'm like, man, you would literally, and some of them, they're on the opposite side. So I'm like, could you imagine if he's like driving and it's on the other side, so he swerves over to hit him? I was like, maybe, but yeah, it was pretty funny. Good times. They do exist.
But no, that was my walk with Adam, and it was fantastic, and I loved it.
Yeah, well, I took it. We went further.
Yeah, we went further because after that he went to the gas station,
Yeah, well, before that though, I took you to where they were building whatever because I thought like they were taking dirt from where they were building stuff and putting concrete down. They'd already did all that, so there was no that. And I don't know where the dirt was coming from that they were dumping and whatnot. Because we're sitting there, I took them down the busy road. We're just just walking away, having a good time, talking. People think I'm insane, but I don't care. At least I'm not a deranged lunatic.
But as I said, it's like. He does like to take me out for a walk every so often, and he's talking to me the whole time, and the whole time no one can hear me unless he puts me on speaker, but he doesn't like to put me on speaker too much because I talk to everybody around him.
Because okay, you see what you see right above me? You see this shit? This is he doesn't do what I'm doing. No, this sumbitch will be talking to people. He'll be like, "Oh, hi, how you going?" And when they look at my phone, they see a dog, and they're like, "What are you doing, man? What are you doing?" And I mean, people in America can be assholes. But like the other day when we were at Goodwill, right? Like he's like, "I see legs," and I'm laughing because it weren't my legs he was looking at. I have no idea because I was like turning him down. I'm like, "Will you shut up?" So that it was at a tolerable level. Because I guess to me it's rude when you're talking on the phone and you're being really loud. And usually I'll have my earbuds in, so only I hear them. I didn't have any earbuds, and we were looking at stuff. And he's like, "I see legs. I'm frantically pushing the button. Like, will you shut? Like I said, shut up." And then we're walking around, and he's like, "Oh, hey there, little old lady." And I don't think he called her old. He goes, "Oh, hi there, lady." And like she had a mask on, and she's just like looking at me like I had the plague. Which probably because I didn't have a mask on. I don't know, but now he puts on his camera. And then we're walking around and there was a black. What the fuck? Everybody you talked to was wearing a mask because the older black gentleman had a mask on too. And you were talking, then we were kind of making jokes. And like I muted him. I'm like, way down. I'm like, okay. And I put it, so it was like a phone call and I'm talking to him this way. And we get to the register and he's talking to the register lady, but she can't hear him because I've got him on the phone, so I'm sitting here talking to him, laughing my ass off. With like weights and candies, and he's like, "Oh, to the lady," and I'm like, he goes, "You got me on the phone again, don't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I sure do." But it wasn't like to be mean; it's because I was in line and there's a bunch of people. I'm like, I don't know, I don't like. And then I took him to Martin's grocery store. Like he says, our gas stations are grocery stores, so I took him to a grocery store. Yeah, he found out the difference.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't because I've been to your gas station and. Yeah, your gas stations are grocery stores. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I took you to Martin's, which was like 8 times the size of the gas station. So, which that was we're not talking about Martin's. We're not getting in trouble.
And the reason I said legs is because because it's winter here, and it's summer there, or apparently summer, even though you've got trash weather at the moment, And when summer comes around, all the girls' legs come out, and so when I saw a pair of legs, I said, "Legs! I haven't seen them for months."
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it was funny though. But yeah, it's always fun to take the Aussie to new places, man. That's half the fun of it. The only part that would be better is like if they'd let me in the country, but they still won't. So my passport still won't work.
Yeah.
And even if the U.S. said I could go, Australia's like, no.
No, actually, they've actually closed it down even further. They've actually restricted even the supposed Aussies coming back to Australia. They're closing that down as well.
Damn.
Aussies?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Australians.
Well, it's basically people that came to Australia, got citizenship, went and worked overseas, and then said, "Oh, COVID is really bad. I'm going back to Australia." So no, they're not really Aussies. They're fuckwits.
Yep. And they're the reason that you can't have gel blasters and fun because they paint them and they're naughties. All it takes is a couple bad apples, especially when they're. Especially when they're Asian and or Indian.
To be fair, I did get a Nerf gun and converted it so it does fire gel bullets.
a Nerf gun. And
That's funny.
Yeah. But gel blasters where he lives are illegal. He showed me these things, guys. I mean, they're just these teeny tiny. It'd be like the soft BBs, but it's made of gel. Like, I think it's the coolest thing ever. I'm like, that is amazing. Yeah, there they are, little gel balls, man.
So they're for fun or for varmint control or what?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, because your restrictors are different now.
Well, I haven't told Adam this yet, but I haven't told Adam this yet. But Adam knows that ducks show up in my pool, and I do whatever I can to scare them off because they shit in the pool, not on the side of the pool. They shit in the pool. So I do whatever I can. I do whatever I can to scare the ducks off. So I modified a Nerf gun. This Nerf gun, you can't see it all that well.
He doesn't like the ducks in the pool.
I modified this to actually shoot gel bullets. Laid. And yeah, okay. Well,
that is so cool.
but I modified it and I shot the duck point blank. It hit the duck, and the duck looked at me and said, "What was that?
Is that all you got?"
Really?
Duck looked at him, but don't get the torch because you get the torch and they take off.
No.
Well, you tried.
And by the way, this is the torch. This is the torch. It's like, and there's the torch. It's like, it's not a flame on the end of a stick. It's a torch.
It's a flashlight because what people seem to forget. Remember, people, Australia is filled with convicts because Europe didn't want them and they sent them away. And those crafty bastards can't call it a flashlight. It's got to be a torch. Dun 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 dun.
But yeah, it's really good for blinding cats that end up in your backyard in the middle of the night and making a noise, and then you do this and shine it in their eyes, and they get blinded. So when they jump over the fence, they crash on the other side. It's like they jump away from the light, they jump over the fence, but they can't see where they land. You know how cats can land pretty well.
I'm sorry,
but when you temporarily blind them, they can't see shit, and so it's funny because you hear them land on the other side of the fence, and it's like that wasn't a good landing.
I hope the kitty is okay.
Okay, and for all those PETA people out there, so you know.
No, not fuck the kitty. Poor kitty.
So PETA, people that eat tasty animals, no cats were harmed with him in the torch. It was them landing on the other side and running into shit. We had nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, like, you got to understand, we don't have any pets in this property. No pets. All the pets come into this property, and in the middle of the night, especially when it comes to, when they're on heat, and the females sit out there going, wow, 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 and all the males come around, and it's like, hey man, these guys got a pool, let's hump by the pool, and it's like, it's right outside my fucking window. So yeah, it's like, the last thing I want is fucking cats outside my window humping. And so yeah, I'm gonna use the torch.
He's not making this up either. He does this on fire. He does this on the phone. He'll start talking about the cats being in heat or on heat, as he just called him, and they go, like, that is a Mr. P. Like, this is not because we're on air or on YouTube. This is just normal. We do this every day, like on the phone for the most part. And it's the only way to start and end your day. He ends his day, I start my day, and then vice versa. Like, now I should be sleeping and he should be doing something, but we're all here together having fun at 2 a.m.
anyway, so yeah, but have I physically hurt the cats at all? No. But I do think it's funny when I blind them and they land on the other side of the fence and crash. Yeah.
Crash, boom, bang.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys. I've never been able to train feral ducks to not shit where they want, but apparently he thinks he can. So I keep waiting to see if it ever happens. But I told him it's job security. He can keep cleaning the pool.
Well, you know, my responsibility with the pool is to pull out the bees that don't wear floaties when they go swimming.
Yeah,
that's my other job. I do fish them out of the pool, but as Adam knows, they actually help me quite a bit. They reset my body clock, and now I'm much better.
and they gave him something to do besides sit there and watch TV.
Instead of get off my lawn, it's now get off my pool.
Mm-hmm. Unless you have on a floating device.
Cat.
No, that's the ducks, not the cat.
Well,
You damn cat, stay on my yard.
No, Raquel, you can use the pool as much as you like. Just don't shit in it.
I have ducks go on my
How about
pool.
pissing?
You know,
Can
I
you piss in it?
I just see them like there's like
Well,
4 mallards and 1 female.
Nah, DL, you can.
Oh.
You can.
Oh no, but Adam, you had that. You had 1 female and you had 10 males at the same time.
I have Mr. and Mrs. Duck that have been here, every year for 5 years, pretty much at the same time. Like I share it on Facebook every time when they show back up, and I show the pictures from the previous years and all that kind of stuff. So this has never happened before. Like one other male might show up, and Mallard and Mr. Duck chases him away, and I'm sitting there laughing. Might be the organic brownies, I don't know, but I'm laughing at it. I'm laughing at it, right? So I'm on with him, and all of a sudden, like I start hearing this, because we call them drunk ducks, like Peabody coined it, but they just fly in there like
they crash into the pool. Yes.
So all of a sudden I start hearing all this, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? There was Mr. Duck, and then like 9 other male ducks, and just poor little Mrs. Duck trying to run away from them, and they're all trying to hump her. It's like, goodness gracious. And I've watched Mr. Duck chase a couple of them away, and then finally Mr. and Mrs. Duck took off, and then I'm stuck with like 6 extra mallards in my pool. Like, hey, what's happening? And I'm like, I should shoot all of you in the ass, but I guess I don't have enough pellets today. So, but no, I couldn't believe it. I've never had that happen before. So, I think
and torch their ass like it did to us.
Well, I think the problem is with all the lockdowns and stuff. Remember, people feed ducks and shit all the time, but with the way the world's been, like legitimately, like all jokes aside, I think it's really fucked up nature, and especially the animals, man. Because, like I said, we've been here 5 years, and I mean, every place we've been at, we're by water and we have like ducks. I have in the last 20 years never seen like a duck orgy going on. Poor Mrs. Duck got me too, all right. And this is not Hollywood, California, so no Harvey Weinstein's over here.
Chicka bam bam, bam chicka bam bam.
But yeah, I mean, it was nuts, man, and it's just more and more we've seen kind of craziness happening, and people that shouldn't be free being free, and I don't know, man.
To be fair, she was a very good-looking duck.
Oh, if I was a duck, if I was Howard the Duck, I'd have tapped that ass. Just saying. I'm talking about the actress. What were you talking about, Peabody?
But but we call them drunk ducks. I mean, I didn't come up with the term. You did, because I said, "Oh, the ducks have crashed into the pool again," and he said, "Oh, those fucking drunk ducks." It's like,
yeah, we did. We did it together. Like
they don't. They don't land in the pool. They crash into it. It's like, and then after they crash into the pool, then they go whack, 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 whack. It's like, well, if you don't want me to come out and scare you, shut the fuck up. I wouldn't know you were there.
Damn it.
It's like but they do it every day. It's like they crash into the pool. I can hear the crash into the pool. and then they go whack, 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 whack. It's like, well, okay, I know you're there now. Oh, no shit, no shit, no shit in the pool.
Nope. None.
How are you supposed to stop the
None.
ducks doing that?
Well, it's he just needs something else to do besides worry about the ducks. So any free, any single ladies, I've got this older brother that really needs a date.
No. I mean, I've been applying for jobs. I've been applying.
That doesn't got nothing to do with anything, man. And I do love the fact we've got a 4-star ball, giggity, up here in the corner because I got the 5-star right here, baby. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have this. I have the all 7 Dragon Balls, in a nice little box, and I also have I have the same thing.
So you have balls, huh?
And I
You
also
got balls
have
in a box.
yes, and I also have the single 4-star ball as well.
I have a 7-star ball that was on my Jeep for the shifter knob because it was a 6-speed, and then reverse makes 7.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got a Dragon Ball stick shift, huh?
Yeah. I still
Awesome.
have it. I can put it on my side. Next time, tomorrow when I go work out, I'll take a picture of it because it's in my Scion. But yeah.
No, but it's also got the box speakers. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those speakers from the same 4-wheel drive, or they're from a different one? You showed me the box speakers. The 6x9s.
Those were out of the S10.
Oh, the S10. Okay.
I was trying to remember. I'm like, dude, do you realize how many sets of because I used to do sound competitions back like 20 years ago. I'm like, dude, I've got there's 4, 6, 8, 10s in different boxes. There's a pair of 12s because that's what's up over by the stereo in a window. I've got amplifiers and stuff everywhere. So I'm sitting there trying to think, what box set are you talking about that I showed you recently? I'm like, yeah, no, those were the 6x9s that I put in the S10. Yeah. Yeah, because they're about this big. They're so cute.
Yeah. No, they're bigger than that. It's like but you say 6x9s because that I recognize inches as a towards millimeters. So I said 6x9s, and you recognize what I was talking about.
Yeah, because I got so many different subwoofers and shit. That's why I was like, what box of speakers did I? Huh?
But if anybody needs speakers for their cars, Adam has them because they're nicely boxed, and all you have to do is plug them in.
Yeah, well, yeah. I because I used everything and then took it out when I sold the S10. They didn't get those were a gift from a friend, man. I'm like, I ain't leaving these in here, especially when I sold it so cheap. So giggity, yeah, no. But yeah, I saw. Did you? I don't know if you caught what I was talking about with on the stream earlier because I know we went black for a few minutes or whatever.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I don't.
Once you go black, you never go back, right?
Well, ScrewTube, they brought us back on, so we were able to keep streaming and everybody catch up. But I don't like the mall, but I had to go to the mall because I was looking for fun stuff for the show. And then I think it was a FYE maybe at the mall, and I'm in there, and they had the coolest thing I ever saw. And I said this on air, but I don't think you got to hear it because it was shortly after that in that time frame. So they had a Vegeta, because Vegeta's the shit. Lava lamp.
Oh man!
And I was gonna buy it, but see, I have this little hiccup. If you don't have a fucking price on the shit that I'm wanting to buy, I am not gonna bring it up to you to find out the price because there should be a sticker on there. And then if I do bring it up there, and then it's way more than I'm willing to pay, I sure shit ain't taking it back. So you should have had a sticker there.
What I would do? If it doesn't have a sticker and you want to know the price for it and they tell you it's expensive, I would just leave it up there. Just give him give him the bird.
You'd be surprised.
Give him the bird.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how many people actually pick that. You'd be surprised how many people pick that shit up and try to walk out with it and say it didn't have a price tag on it. It was free.
Yeah. Rick's like, give him the bird and tell him to eat shit.
Yeah, I know. I would just leave it up there. Okay,
You'd be surprised how many people actually try to get away with that. Yeah, it's like but it's like, yeah, no, it's not free. Someone before you took the sticker off. Yes.
Land of convicts. No, dude, the whole store, nothing had prices on them. Nothing. There was nothing.
Wow.
We're talking about like a FYE. That's how bad it's gotten here in America. Well, at least where I am in America, the stores aren't even putting up the new little, pricey things and shit. I was like,
what's
that up?
FYE? What's an FYE?
It's one of the stores in the mall, bro.
It's like where you get your DVDs and stuff like that.
Anime stuff and Marvel stuff, DC stuff, some posters, all kinds of little cool knick-knacky stuff.
You know what? Like I haven't been to FYE in a long time, and I wanted to get like a little box set of Yu Yu Hakusho. No box set. There's just all the individual DVDs. I don't want the individual DVDs. I like the whole freaking box set. That's the whole point. You don't get rid of the box set and just put all the individual DVDs on the shelf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, okay, I love Dragon Ball Z. As you know, that was one of the things that brought us together. But my problem is I have the original when it came out on DVD for the first time, like 5 or 6 of them, I don't remember. And then it made Shenron. It was and it looked great. And then Walmart started carrying the remastered. I don't have the remastered version. I have the one before that, and I can't get all of them. And then now, I see them, and I think it's Blu-ray because they had seasons 1 through 4, 1 through 5 in one box, and then another box next to it, and it was blue. So I'm assuming that meant Blu-ray. But I'm like, I'm not going to rebuy this anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I sent you the only individual DVD disc that I had, which I thought was cool, is because Goku was etched on that disc. When I sent you the picture, that was cool. The very first 3 episodes of season 1 on one disc, because back in the day, that's how we had to buy them here anyway.
I think there was like a Pioneer / Funimation DVD.
Yep. But yeah,
those original DVDs before the orange box sets come out.
Yep. Yeah, we used to go to, I think it was called Media Play, Mega Play. Hell, I can't remember. I'm too old when it comes to remembering those kind of things. But there was only one shop in Mishawaka when I lived there, which is a pretty big city here in Indiana, and they had one store that would carry, and it was like a little section. Like they'd have the candies and stuff that the Japanese candies you could pick up and whatnot and all that kind of stuff. Before Walmart now has some, and but yeah, that was it. That's where you would get your anime, DBZ. For the life of me, why can't I remember Vampire Hunter D? That was supposed to be on your list as well, Miss.
Oh yeah, I want to watch that. DBG show has it as his avatar.
Yep. I've got the. Are we going for a flight? No. Nice.
Ooh, what is this, Dr. Forbin?
This is Star Citizen.
Star Trek?
No, Star Citizen. It's
the
only game.
What's Star Citizen?
At least it's not it.
Oh, let me try. I crashed. Sorry.
Oh, I love the background.
Yeah, it's
well, at least you didn't get Eve.
Yeah, Eve is okay. I played Eve and Eve on the
No, well,
yeah, I have. That's friend.
I know. Mr. Peabody has told me since he has programmed the video game Eve, he has sound problems.
Cool.
Mic problems, sound problems. Computer just shuts itself off for no reason. Won't turn on for 3 days, and then it's all jacked up. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, there's other games.
Eve is a great game that I couldn't play. I uploaded the game, and then everything was running properly. And as soon as I went to go play the game, it said, "Nope."
I think I crashed because I'm streaming.
Not today.
stream sharing this from two machines.
No, well, yeah, with me, Eve was not today, not ever. But by the way, I'm already in your system, and I'm gonna fuck with this shit.
Well, she was fine until you decided to uninstall her, and then
she was fine until when I uninstalled her, she got a bit upset with me. She's like a
little temperamental.
Yeah, she was like a bad ex, and she went to town on my computer. But every time something pops up on my computer, it's like fucking Eve.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But no, she did change a whole shitload of stuff on my computer, and I had to go manually and change it back. And then, but every time something else pops up, it's like I have to go looking again, and I find Eve in the background. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake!
I thought I deleted you. No, you'll never get rid of me like an STD. I feel like herpes.
No, but I mean, I'm sorry, Eve. I like your name.
Unlimited power.
Leave me alone. Yeah, it's like but yeah, it's become a running joke. Eve is a running joke because my computer does its own thing. Even when it's Microsoft, because Microsoft is a pain in the ass. The new Microsoft, it will shut the computer down and do an update, whether you say to or not.
I don't have Microsoft. I have the Mac.
Me too.
Yeah. You
I
guys.
I don't even know how to use a Microsoft computer.
Oh, I know how to do that though.
That's okay because I've got no idea how to use a Mac. Even when I was working at cash converters, like I knew how to turn on a Mac computer. I knew how to show the system settings, and that's about it. Everything else, I wasn't interested in, and but I've got no interest in a Mac computer.
They're basically the same though, bro. They really are because they're really not. No, they really are because keep in mind I'm running Google on my iMac right now, like Microsoft, all that shit. It's in here,
Yeah,
it's so easy.
They're really not the different. It's completely different.
No, they're not. See, it's that mentality where people think they can't learn because they hear shit like that. But when you break it down, it is legitimately they are the same. You look for a specific program, boom, no problem. You save it on your desktop.
Well, Well, the fact is, I can learn, but when it comes to something I'm not interested in, I don't touch it.
Hey, Raquel.
And same with
yeah.
Are you sure you're streaming? Because I'm trying to find you on YouTube and I don't see it.
Oh,
it says she's live, but yeah, I didn't find us on YouTube anywhere. And then
no,
but she's using a Mac. She's using a Mac, and maybe she fucked up.
No, that had nothing to do with it. It would be unless she might have set it for later or like.
I didn't set it for private, did I?
Yes,
I did.
That's why.
Why?
Yep.
How did that happen?
Did you do that? Did you set this up earlier?
Yeah.
Did you set it up after another one that you had done earlier, maybe that you had set to private and it just was still auto set?
Maybe that's it.
Because StreamYards is and that's got nothing to do with Mac or it's fucking StreamYards. When you set it up and it talks to YouTube, it'll automatically default the last one that you had done. So like if you had it set to private and then changed it, or if you were doing a couple in advance, but yeah, that could have been it. But yeah, I was on earlier and I'm like, why? I'm like, did I get unsubbed for one? And I was like, okay, no, I'm still subbed. And that was back when we were talking about creepy little book. No, not from you, from the damn YouTube.
Oh.
See, people like I love Jez to death. He's a great dude.
Damn YouTube.
Yep. But he claims that doesn't happen. But I've had it happen on my end here, not even like in the last month, where certain people, you'll just be unsubbed out of nowhere. And a lot of times channels will be like, oh, hey, make sure the bell's clicked and you're still subbed. And some people, like Jessica said, people just do that to get more. And I'm like, no, bro. I mean, I've been unsubbed to a couple, like Odin's movie blog. I've been unsubbed to him and not unsubbed. World Class Bullshit has been unsubbed. DJD, Mr. Peabody, I've been unsubbed from him, and I didn't do it.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me. It's like I got unsubbed to a whole lot of people, and so even like digital pollution and other stuff like that. It's like, but yeah, you get unsubbed. It's like, and Adam says like, I'm in the men's room, and I go looking for the men's room, and it's not there. That's why I keep on saying to him, send me the link. And last week you said to me, "Oh, I'm in the men's room." Yes, but I don't have the link. But I got the link again this week, and I subbed to it again. But yeah, they just close you off, and you feel so alone. And you're out there by yourself, and you're crying under the tree. You say, "Where's my flower?"
All right, Dio will be back. His phone's overheating, so he's gonna let it cool off.
Understandable. It happens.
His phone's overheating.
Mm-hmm. You know what he was streaming on?
Yeah, like sometimes this is like a regular occurrence, but every time he's on StreamYards on his phone, after you're on StreamYards for a while, for some odd reason, it'll drop you out. Oh,
yeah, that too. Well, then your phone will overheat. I learned today, because I've got a Apple iPhone 7 Plus. I've had problems with the battery in the aspects of, it kind of a couple phone calls and it's really lower, I feel, than it should be. And, it doesn't matter, YouTube, StreamYards, Discord especially. I'll have 100% when I get up, and by the time I get off with Peabody, a couple hours of talking on Discord, I'm down to like 30%. And I'm in power saver mode, right? So I'm like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. What is going on?
But no, it was funny. It was funny last night when you looked at your phone and it said 10%, and then you plugged it in and it went 9%.
Yeah. Yesterday for us, yesterday night for him. Yeah, that was when I was working out. So I was in public and I was at the mall. And you know what's at the mall? The Apple Store. So I went ahead and Apple stored it, and like I kind of like a new battery and whatnot. And I was talking to the guy, and then I got a gal, and they're talking with me, and she's like, "Well, we could put a brand new battery in, and it's going to be $50." She goes, "But apparently, she looked at my main usage, and I was like, yeah, I talked to my brother in Australia, every day, basically." Multiple times, and then she saw StreamYards. And I'm like, well, yeah, I jump on briefly, if I'm gonna, like, if I was gonna show you guys something in the room that was over there and I didn't want to go get it, I'd flick on that way. But in YouTube, it's like, yeah, all three of those will drain your battery, but if I put a new battery in, it's going to drain it the same way. And I go, okay, I kind of figured that's the case with mobile devices and tablets and whatnot. So StreamYards, basically like we're doing on our computers, is still the better bet, because anything you have mobile wise, it's going to eat the shit out of your battery. I mean, it doesn't damage it. It's just, unless you're plugged in, and this is their exact words. If it's plugged in, like a landline, you shouldn't have any issues. And I started laughing. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna. And they're like, no, I know, it's a mobile phone. Like, ding, 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 winner. But it hates Apple's more, because like my phone, when I go on StreamYards, half the time it works. Sometimes it doesn't work at all. Like you'll have my picture and the microphone might work, and a lot of times it doesn't work. So I try not to stream from the phone at all, unless it's real quick, like showing something. Like when we went out yesterday looking for whoever was throwing fireworks in the woods, and I was ready to shoot him. Didn't find him.
Someone's throwing fireworks in the woods?
No, he was in the garage. He was doing his workout, and he heard someone just outside his shed. And I'll let you go from here, Adam.
Yeah. So what I did was
he actually had the gun in his hand and
him with me, because like it goes. You pull in the street, and then you go about that far, and then there's our driveway, and then there's the house. So you've got garage, house, detached garage, and then 6 acres of woods. So where my garage is, there's different windows and whatnot. So you'd be about 20 feet in maybe or so in the garage, and you're in the middle. Now that's where I'm working out. So I had him and we were talking. So I bungeed his ass to the gym because today was leg day. Yesterday was basically chest day. So I'm just doing bench presses and butterflies and stuff. So we're talking, and I think I'd stopped to get a drink. I heard one go off, and I was like, all right, went, got a drink, and we're sitting there, and another one went off. So I grabbed my gun and grabbed him and flipped the camera around, and we're walking out because it was still, it was dark, but it wasn't all the way dark. We're kind of walking around looking, and I walk up the road, and I'm looking down the road to see if anybody drove and stopped. And no, I mean, there were people letting off fireworks. That's what it was. But it literally sounded like it was 3 feet from my window. And, generally if I didn't mind replacing glass, I would have just started shooting out the window, but I'd probably got in trouble again and have to go buy more glass to replace what I shot out. So I didn't do that, but yeah, we went hunting for somebody, but there weren't nobody there. So,
but then he went back. He went back inside. And he started working out again.
Yeah.
The first time I didn't hear, but the second time I did hear it, and for that to come through his microphone, I knew it had to be close.
Yep.
And he went back out again. And it's like but yeah, it's like, yeah, shoot those fuckers, man.
Hey, it says private property, no trespassing, don't be in the woods. It's all that kind of stuff.
And then I told him it's like it was probably the bear because the wasp that stung you the first time ran off and told its friend the bear, and then when you flambéed the wasp, the bear came in to take some revenge. So if you're shooting at anything, you're shooting at a bear.
Well, remember that's because the wasp told the bear, if I'm not back in an hour, call the president.
That's true, and he did it with a Kurt Russell accent. Yeah.
Yes, very Kurt Russell-ish. Yes, it was. Yeah. See, nope.
If I'm not back, call the president.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that was the most un-Kurt Russell accent ever. Yeah.
Yeah. Not an impressionist. Not at all. No, sir. No. Never claimed to be.
And I'm not even going to attempt Pee Wee Herman.
You say
Pee Wee Herman? I did not like that show as a kid. It freaked me out, quite honestly. I thought it was just freaking bizarre.
Right.
Pee Wee Herman was a show.
Yeah, it was the movies, and then they had Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I only know the movies. Yeah.
Oh, well,
Because
now you got
obviously-
something to dump down that you've not seen.
No, I'm not going to dump down fucking Pee Wee Herman's show. It's like,
I wouldn't either, to be quite honest.
The genie, he just
What's that?
died. The guy, what was his name? When he would hippa hippa hello, whatever that. He would invoke the genie guy, and the genie would look there. He just died like a week or two ago. The actor.
yeah, it's his own fault. Yeah.
Yeah.
He deserved it.
Now, what would you say if they said that about your Wigglies?
So, who is that on your chair? Who is that? I only see half her face. I know there's a story. Tell me.
Now, yeah, because this is the blanket that Adam sent me because he knows I'm a Rogue One fan.
Oh yeah.
This is Jen Urso from Rogue One.
Yeah, I'd have to give that. Man, that's one of the best standalone movies ever. I just gotta say, it's a great movie.
It's
Best thing Disney made for Star Wars.
Yeah.
There's other things in the bottom, but obviously I'm sitting in front of it. But on the back side of it, because his wife made it for me, but Adam searched for this stuff all over the place. On the back side is more Star Wars stuff.
Ah, nice.
I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, we can see it.
Need more light, but no, that's been on my chair for years.
Your R2D2 looks like an AT-AT or something there.
Oh yeah, he's got tons of Star Wars.
Yep.
Originals.
In the background, yeah.
Yeah, that blanket. I searched and searched and searched for something Rogue One for him, and so I'm talking about like 18 different lady stores, knitting and all that. Went to all of them, even the little ones that you wouldn't, not the name brand ones. So I'm like, mom and pop places. I'm looking, I can't find it, and I'm telling my wife what I'm looking for, and we end up stopping at it wasn't Joanne Fabrics, but it was one of the other ones, and so she's like, well, what is it? I'm like, you're not gonna know. I was like, it's Rogue One from Star Wars. About 12 steps later, she's like, oh, this, and it was like a pre-cut setup where you could just buy it, and it's got the front and the back. But I didn't like the back. It just had like a red back with it. And I'm like, for the colors that are on it, why would you have red for the back? And I'm like, no, let's see what they've got. Now, what kind of pissed me off was they didn't have a lot of fleece of OG Star Wars. So the one he got is kind of like Force Awakens, but it's mainly just the ships. Because I really would have stuck more with the OG. Because that was, I think, one of the best parts of Rogue One was seeing the original Stormtroopers again. Like without going and seeing the original 3 movies again. I really enjoyed that part of Rogue One when we got the original, Stormtroopers and stuff back on film.
Yeah, I just probably like the basic thing is that what Rogue One was portraying was that everybody was expendable, and everybody died. Everybody.
Hey, spoilers! I didn't see the film yet.
Oh no! Gosh, Raquel.
Well, you just saved yourself 6.5. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, man, it happens in every movie.
I don't know. I want to watch the movie now, but since everybody's
it's wonderful.
dead,
You have to watch it.
Have you seriously not seen that yet?
I only saw the first and maybe the second of the Star Wars Disney movies.
I think I know what movie she did watch. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Oh, no.
Well, because I know it's getting...
But I do like those kind of stories, against all odds. And you know what? It sort of worked out.
Hey, Fade.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
She watched the Emoji Movie.
The Emoji Movie? I think I did see that. I wasn't really impressed by it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But
Patrick Stewart as a poop emoji?
No, but the thing is, like, Adam did this as a joke because he knows I love Star Wars. On one side, he put Star Wars. His wife on the other side put emojis, and they know I hate fucking emojis.
Mm-hmm. He does, and we're at Joanne Fabrics or wherever, whatever. I can't remember these stores' names. We're at one of them, and she's seen that emoji blanket, and she says, "Oh, I'm so making him an emoji blanket." And I'm like, "Well, if she's doing that, I got to make sure at least Star Wars is on the back of it." So the funny part is, like, you can either put it on your bed and see the Star Wars that you love, and then when you're covered up, look at the emojis that you hate, or you got to do it the other way and have the emojis that you hate showed and Star Wars that you love when you sleep. But yeah, that was the joke because obviously you just put Star Wars this way and then pull it that way when you sleep.
But no, there's actually a bigger joke because he sent me this blanket and other stuff in a box. The box came from Target, which is something I bought for him for Target, and they packed it. It was a figurine of Batman, and they packed it in this huge fucking box, and then he packed this whole thing in a box, and the box I still have. It's still sitting over there.
You still have the box?
Yep.
I've still got the box. The first package that Adam sent me, I still have the wrapping.
It was puppy
Because,
print.
It was puppy print. It had paw prints on it. I've still got the wrapping. Yeah. I don't throw away anything.
Well, you need the
Adam
wrapping.
knows
You
this.
need the wrapping for something else. You gotta save the wrapping for something else.
Well, I do have the wrapping. Yeah.
Well,
But,
you guys might appreciate that, but just to make sure nobody works for the U.S. Postal Service here, right? So,
You know someone who does.
So the
that was a funny thing. Yeah, let him talk. Let him talk. Yeah.
So if it fits, it ships boxes, right? Like if I send you guys something here in the States, it's like $15-$20 for the big box, right? First package I sent him is going to be one of those. They wanted over $100 for me to send it that way.
What?
So I took it home and I wrapped it in the paper he's got, and then took it, and then it cost me, I think it was like $40 to mail it. Maybe 50. Okay, I don't think the first one was 50. I know later they when everything happened, everything went up. But it used to take 10 days for a package to get there. So it was if it fits, it ships box, wrapped in the wrapping paper, and because if it fits, it ships box is also an international box. So I thought, I have to get that. It's international. Yeah, but they wanted more money. I'm like, no, that's bullshit. So I wrapped it and gave it to them, and they didn't ask, and I didn't disclose anything. So allegedly, I wrapped it, and they didn't check it. And the same thing happened in the UK when I sent the guys stuff. I just wrapped it and sent it, and used that damn box anyway, and it was damn near 3/4 the price.
And I'd like to say allegedly.
Yep, that's why I said allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yep.
Are you checking for the ducks in the pool?
No. I'll be right back. Hang on. I'll show you the box.
So what happened was the Michael Keaton Batman.
Good movie.
Man, I just had the Amigo. Had to look at the one next to me. Amigo figures came out, and at the time, I didn't have. I was telling him about. I was looking at it. I'm like, yeah, when I get my disability payment, I think I'm going to get one of those because I really want to get one. And so I had given him links to stuff like Sharon and did what I was looking at. So he doesn't really know what Target is in America because why would he? He lives in Australia. So he had Walmart and Target and certain stores that we go to, and he would look. So what he ended up doing was he ended up buying it for me, and because it was already in the States, he didn't have to pay outlandish shipping and stuff. So that was kind of cool, although. It's like 70 cents to a US dollar is how his money works. So he pays more than what we would here in the States. But it was just really, really cool because we sent him the blanket, the first blanket. I sent him Stealing Solo from World Class, their comic. I sent him the only Hot Wheels Rogue One car I found, funnily enough, this was preordained to happen, was Jen Urser's. I didn't have any of the rest of them. I only ever found that one. And then years, then later, here's this Rogue One fanatic that I ended up meeting. So I sent him that. I sent him an airplane Hot Wheels car. And because I also put his Christmas present, birthday, everything was in one. So he got his Christmas stuff and whatnot. And then, when we got the emoji blanket, he also got the Pez dispensers of emojis that we threw in there and tormented the poor guy. And there's the Target box. And that's not a little box. That box held one of these. And this is not that big for that size box.
Wow.
This is the
Yeah,
one he
but-
got me.
but-
This is just the joke. One of the Joker.
Oh, the 1960s Joker.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Cesar Romero there.
You know,
No, I think it was
to be quite honest,
I think-
guys, I have never seen the 60s Batman TV show.
Well, we should
It's
have.
campy
Oh,
as
that,
hell.
I love that.
I need to see it.
No, because I didn't send him a Joker. I sent him a Batman. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no,
But
you did.
it
You
was-
sent me
it
the 89, but he's over there where I can't get to.
That is the
Yeah,
only.
that's fine. But,
That's the
but yeah,
only.
but yeah, that figure was in this fucking box, and everything else was packing. So what Adam did, he resurfaced the box, and he put this blanket and other stuff, and he crammed it all in, including I think I showed you this before, the chocolates.
Chocolates?
Yeah, he sent me chocolates. Yeah.
So where I'm from here, in Indiana, as I like to call it, there's a place. It's called Clay's Candies. It's here locally, and so they make this. It's called Chocolate Charlie. It's chocolate, peanuts, and marshmallow, and it's just candy. They make it a couple times a year. So I sent Peabody a box, Jez a box, and Brent Utini a box because I sent these guys' boxes all out at the same time. And of course, he got his last. But this is something I Seth and Tommy from the men's room, when I went and met them, I brought those candies to them because it's something here locally. And they're like, that kind of sucks because, if it's in your state only and we can't get it. I go, I know, right? I just turned into your dealer, right? Giggity. First you give them a little sample, get them hooked, and then you own them.
You want them more?
That's
Hey,
right.
Adam, I expect chocolates now.
So, but yeah.
I want to try them.
Chocolate
Look,
Charlie.
Mr. Peabody has hold on. Let me
That's the candy. Yep.
there you go.
Man.
Chocolate Charlie candy.
Yep.
Nice.
And then the other thing they made, it was funny. I was at Aldi's with him when he was talking about legs and all that earlier, and they had the clay. It's the same company. They make little hard candies, and like they'll have sassafras, horehound, root beer, cinnamon, watermelon, all kinds of different flavors. Well, I hadn't seen them in a while, so and the weights I got were like $1.99. I'm like, okay. I should probably buy more than it's Goodwill, but I'm like, well, they got the candies I want. So I bought like 5 bags of candy and then these little 3-pound weights for $1.99. I'm like, okay. I put it all up there, and I ended up paying for everything. It was less than $10. So I'm like, I'm happy. I'm like, they should be happy. Boom, we're done. But yeah, it's just something that was here from where I'm from. And so when I meet people, I love to, see, now you're going to want to go to Wahlburgers next time because you're like, woo, Chocolate Charlie.
Hey, Adam, you had me at root beer candy.
Oh, yeah, I don't have any of them in here. They're all in the garage. But yeah. Oh wait. Well, sir. Did you say root beer? Because Mr. Peabody does not like the root beer. Mr. Peabody does not like the root beer at all. But right now, looky here. We have the root beer barrels. Yes.
Yes, must have root beer barrels. Yes. I like actually throwing them in my whiskey, strangely enough.
Well, if you like root beer, why don't you just eat licorice?
Because licorice and root beer don't taste the same.
Exactly.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I would have no idea, sir, what it is that you are speaking of about in whiskey and root beer.
Jameson, yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Peabody. We challenge you.
That's
what we do, sir.
That's okay. I can meet that duel because I've talked to you before, and I've got this in my arsenal.
Sorry about the weird laughter and the loudness. I've been awake for 48 plus hours. I was at work that whole time.
48 hours? Jeez.
I'm a little delirious.
How How do you even awake?
I don't know.
Adrenaline.
I don't know. It's called adrenaline. Jeez, man. I tell you, sometimes working autopsy is not cool. We had quite a few bodies this weekend.
For those of you don't, for those that don't know, Thade works in a morgue. This is interesting.
It's a job.
And yes, they're still unopened. Yes, they're waiting for you, Adam. They're waiting for you.
Oh yeah. That'll be some nice skunk beer by the time I get there.
I got Coors and Budweiser. Yeah. Oh, and Adam, if you need it, I'll go down to the supermarket and get some coon cheese. Yeah.
Coon cheese?
Mm-hmm. Because in Australia, coon means cheese.
Means cheese.
So
Why,
you guys
yes,
can't
yes,
come
it does.
after Raquel because we are talking about coon cheese. Yes, it's a real thing that we are discussing. No false flags. Na 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 boo boo. It does exist, and they haven't changed the name yet. So,
Adam, you have frozen.
this is the most racist package I ever got. Coon cheese, red
can't
With
do
skins.
Redskins there.
We've got the red
but-
skins. I got the chicas, but they're down there now.
Yeah, no, I've still got the stuff to send you, and plus the new packaging, which shows that they changed the name. But the one thing they didn't change, remember they changed the name of Chico's, as in the lolly.
Yeah.
But they didn't change the name of the actual Chico roll, which is like it's like a very large pastry spring roll.
Mm-hmm.
They call it a Chico roll. They haven't changed the name of that. They didn't bother going after that. So it's still a Chico roll, and I do have Chico rolls in my freezer.
Chicos.
Yeah, Chico's.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're these little delicious little chocolate guys that for us it's kind of like a Tootsie Roll
Jelly babies.
and a gummy bear mixed together.
Ooh.
Awesome. Mm. Australian fun, but racist by today's standards.
Racist. It's food. It's food. Like Aunt Jemima. Like it's not gonna call it Aunt Jemima anymore. And like who gives a crap? It's Aunt Jemima.
Yeah. Even the family saying, "Hey, you have no idea what that did for us, you know, in our families, and you're making it a bad thing." Well, it's all about you. No, it's not.
Wasn't it called? Hold on. What? It has a new name now. Oh yeah, it's called Pearl Million Company.
Oh, cool.
Are those they look like Reese's Pieces or something, or Reese's.
So we have a Fredo frog. Oh shit! I got it upside down. Yep.
Chicos.
Mm-hmm. Old and new. They changed the name, and there's your new wrapping. Yep. Isn't that crazy?
All right, guys, I'll be right back.
All right.
But they didn't change this one.
Tim
Tam. What are Tim Tams?
The world's best cookie ever. It's got like a 0 health rating on it. They're so delicious. Target used to have them. Walmart used to have them. Now they don't have any because it used to be a funny joke. You know, he was like, "Well, I'll send them to you." And I'm like, "Well, dude, they're it's like $3, $4 American for me to buy them here." for him to ship it, obviously it costs more because, you know, he's got to buy the cookies and then ship the cookies. So as I got Seth and the guys hooked on the Chocolate Charlie, now I'm hooked on the damn Tim Tams because it's like the best cookie biscuit, if you will, that you'll ever eat. It is so scrumptious.
You know,
I like that.
the best cookies I've found lately were Walmart brand lemon sandwich cookies.
Yeah, those are good.
I put them in my freezer and let them get really, really cold, and they are fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm. I think I like those actually better than the lemon Oreos.
Yeah.
No, that's how I used to eat Tim Tams. Because I don't eat Tim Tams now, but I used to freeze the Tim Tam and eat it straight out of the freezer. And so I know, it tastes better.
And what's cool about those Walmart brand lemon cookies is they're like $1 a package, and there's like 40 something cookies in it.
Yeah, 2 big full rolls.
Yeah, it's actually 3 in the pack I got the other day.
Yeah, 3. Sorry, I was thinking of the competition. So it's like that's the horrible Oreos. Yes.
Yeah, they were like $1 a package the other day when I went to Walmart. So I grabbed me a couple of those.
Their peanut butter ones weren't bad, but then I haven't had them in a long time. But used to get the peanut butter ones too; those were pretty good.
Yeah, I was actually munching on those during Pete's stream earlier.
See, yeah, cookies. Love cookies.
I want to get those Nutter Butter cookies.
Those are good too.
Yep.
Hello. You suddenly want my attention now?
It's
But
done.
I think like Nutter Butters are good. But that's where I think the Walmart brand, that's what I liked about them, is they were just as good. I mean, it's not the exact same, obviously, but for the price, it's like, okay,
guys.
like $1 for a shit ton of cookies.
We had a special guest for just a moment.
Little man.
Dog stepped into my stream here.
He said hi, guys, and I waved at him, and gone. He was broken. He's broken.
It happens.
Yeah, I don't like showing my face much.
Well, why not?
What's wrong with your
Because I usually look like some sort of wild man. I'm like almost werewolf here.
Yeah, but you're not the one with a 6-foot clown that's going to stab you, behind him.
And how do you look out of place here? You don't.
Here. I know. Hold on. We got this. Hit the music.
No, we got this. I can help you because here's a cloth to wipe your glasses because I have to wipe my glasses all the time because my new glasses are too close to my face. So every time I open and close my eyelash, it marks the glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the thing that sucks about my job is you have to wear a face cover for when you're working when you're cutting into a body. You have to wear like a screen cover over your face, and I wear glasses.
Oh, gotcha.
Which it fogs up my glasses. Actually, it's weird. Trying to breathe behind that fucking.
Raquel, remember I was saying this before about wearing a mask and it fogs up my glasses. And they don't want me to breathe and they don't want me to see either.
Hey, Sade, I think we're getting an echo.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let me drop out and come back in.
All right. Do you have some headphones you can use, Sade?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, when I wear a mask, my glasses fog up, so I can't breathe and I can't see either. It's like
can't see, can't breathe. You're just fucked.
Yeah. Next thing I'm going to, some guy's going to come out of the corner and take out my fucking legs, and I can't walk. I can't see. I can't breathe.
Now you know what the kitty cat felt like that you blinded.
The poor kitty. The poor kitty.
No. I'm sure George Floyd's name's going to come up. He can't see. He can't breathe. He can't walk. He's a George Floyd. Yeah, not so much, because George Floyd doesn't deserve a fucking statue.
None of them deserve anything. So,
yeah. As I said, I wrote the music for a song, and I think it's apt. It's like I broke the law and won millions.
Yeah, I have to listen to the music videos you sent me today, Mr. Peabody. Mr. Peabody.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're not great, but it's like
No, they're good. I mean, I like it. I listen to them when I'm like reading and stuff.
Yeah, I've been practicing music here lately because I've been auditioning for The Voice every time it comes out during the year for the last like 2 years. And
really,
we have to record. It's a video thing right now because we can't do in-person auditions or whatever. So we have to send in recordings. And I'm stuck on which 2 songs I'm going to use.
Well, can you give us a little bit of a preview?
A demonstration? Yes, please.
Hold on a minute. Let me. This is just going to be straight a cappella.
No, it will be a cappella, but it's like we'll tell you straight up whether you should or shouldn't go on The Voice.
Okay, here we go. I died so many years ago, and you can make me feel like it isn't so. Why'd you come to be with me? I think I finally know. Mm-hmm. There we go. There's a sample.
Well, your tone is correct, but you need to work with the microphone a little bit more.
Yeah, I know. Right now.
Are you on your phone?
Yeah, right now I'm on my phone.
Okay, I got you. All right, got you.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my computer. I've got my computer at the Best Buy right now with the Geek Squad. They're still working on it.
No, because I mean, it makes a huge difference. I mean, people don't understand, especially when they're doing it live. It's a huge difference between a phone and a microphone, but your tone was fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The two videos that I'm going to do for The Voice, I'm actually doing at a recording studio.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
I've got a buddy of mine that's her boyfriend runs a recording studio over towards Irving, and they're going to let me come and do my recordings.
Are they going to do that a cappella, or are they going to have backup musicians?
Well, we're allowed to have backup for the videos. We just have to. The only real rules that we're given is we can't use a whole lot of distortion and stuff. They want to hear your voice, and we have to. It's basically, you're doing covers for songs. You can't do anything original. So, but they want you to do the song in your own style, I guess. Like they don't want you to record. Okay. They don't want you to copy the recording artist. They just want you to just show them what you can do.
Yeah, no, I understand that. It's like, but they're not allowing originals at all.
No, not for auditions.
Okay.
Oh.
Because there's people in the Voice Australia that have got through completely on originals. They didn't.
Yeah, I'd heard that. I think once you get on the show, you can do an original. You can do a couple of originals, but they mostly just for the auditions. They want you to do covers.
It doesn't matter because I'm like as soon as they hear you sing, and if you do an original or not, it doesn't matter. As soon as they hear you sing, they let you through.
Well, what's really interesting is it's been kind of a thing on The Voice here in America. that, you know, if you come in the top 3, like on the finals, it's usually like everybody gets a recording contract. There's usually people that come after.
No, you don't even need the top 3. It's usually the top 5, and the fact is, and usually the recording contract for the people that don't win is much better than the ones that win.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, anyone seen any good movies lately?
I actually just saw
Well, I already told you I saw the Tomorrow War.
Mm-hmm.
Was that any good?
Nope.
Yeah, I just recently watched that new The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. I actually kind of liked it.
All right.
I mean, I don't always, the real Ed and Lorraine Warren were, I don't know. I have a hard time believing everything that they talked about, but the way they're portrayed in the Conjuring movies, I actually like it. I like the way they're portrayed in the Conjuring movies.
Well, the fact is, like, we're all up in the air with the amount of information we're given at the time, what we believe and what we don't. But it comes down to the individual person, what you believe.
Well, let me just make this clear. I actually believe that Lorraine Warren was a legitimate psychic. I actually think that she had some legitimate ability, but I think Ed Warren was a bit of a prat. I think he was a bit of a bit of an asshole, really.
Yes, but can't we all be at times?
True. I just
Yeah.
think he pushed his wife, and I think he pushed a lot of the people that they got involved with a little too far for fame, you know?
Well, I mean, but that's the perspective of the movie.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying from the perspective of real life. I met Lorraine Warren. I never got to meet Ed, but I met Lorraine Warren. And I think she was a legitimate talent. I just think that he was kind of phoning it in, really. I don't think he believed everything he talked about.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'll tell you what I believe. This is my beliefs. And the fact is, the body is full of energy, and it generates energy, and it eludes energy. And people can pick up on that energy, or they ignore it. But if the body dies, that energy doesn't die; it stays. Whether they want to call it a soul, whether they want to call it a spirit, I don't care. The fact is, I know for a fact that energy is around. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you
Yeah,
also
it's ever revolving. You know what I mean?
also energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It's a constant. And I think, well, what I think it is I think we leave impressions of ourselves when we die. And
No, I believe that too. It's like there's an imprint, and that's that's helpful to some people. It's not helpful to other people. But the thing is, a lot of us are told from a young age this stuff does not exist. So we shut it out. But some of us, even into adulthood, still feel it and experience it. And I mean, I don't mean to be weird, but you understand what I'm saying. It's like,
well, I myself, when I was younger, had some experiences with what I guess you would call the paranormal. And I lived in a house when I was younger in the UK that was haunted by several entities. And whether they were psychic imprints or whether there was actually demonic force or whatever, they were there. And I had my own experiences with them. So I've never, plus the man I was raised by, my father, he never limited our beliefs in things. He never was one to sit there and say, you can't do something, because my father believed in the power of the human mind. So anything is unlimited. Everything is unlimited, basically. And, you know, you mentioned it a minute ago that, you know, we're taught from an early age these things aren't possible, and that's why we limit ourselves. But if you're open to everything, or you're open to the idea that anything is possible, then you have a more open mind to a lot of things. And that's basically been my whole life.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I believe the same that, you know, Einstein believed. You know, he said that if we ever unlimited our imagination of what our minds could do, we could do great and wonderful things.
Yeah, exactly right. Because I'm like, we are not using our minds to the full potential. It's like the visual spectrum, right? Visual spectrum. Right. The eye can see a certain amount, but we know that within the visual spectrum, there's more, as in infrared for starters and ultraviolet.
Infrared, ultraviolet.
And then you get to hearing. Hearing is within a certain range on a human, but on a dog or on a cat, the hearing is extended. Same with the smell. But the fact is, the human person actually has all the stuff already in their genetics. They just don't use it.
Well, it's because we're told we can't. You
exactly
know,
right.
We limit ourselves based on what society tells you is possible. And I'm just sitting here saying, if you don't limit yourself, then it opens up a whole hell of a lot of gateways. And that's what I think that's what I think psychic ability is it's the fact that you're not limiting your mind to the possibilities. So, you know, because the human brain is one of the strongest computers ever designed. And
well, not designed, it's created, but yeah, it's but we don't use it. And I'm sorry, but I'll be right back. I just got to take my headphones off for a couple of minutes. Hang on.
All right. It's probably the ducks in the pool.
Ducks.
Get your way, the ducks.
The ducks. Oh, hell, Raquel, I don't even know how I'm awake.
I don't know.
Sorry, back.
Well, welcome back.
Hey.
So I had to grab another fridge from the drink.
A
drink from the fridge.
You had to grab another fridge from the drink. All right, cool.
Yeah.
No, but the Tibetans. Tibetans had an interesting theory. They have an interesting legend that they talk about. It's called tulpa. And what tulpa is if enough people believe in a thing, then that thing becomes real. And
that is true. Yeah.
And that, you know, there's several examples of that even in modern times. You know, the whole Slender Man thing back in the early 2000s. You know, a lot of people believed that Slender Man was real, and then you had people manifesting the damn thing, or believing that they'd manifested it. And, you know, and I guess you could look at religion the same way, but, and I have to preface that by saying I myself am not religious.
I'm not religious at all. And do I believe in the devil? No. Do I believe in God? No.
Well,
do I believe there's like there's a certain power out there? Yes.
Well, what I believe that power is the sum total of all of the entities in the universe. Because everything's a frequency. Everything is on a wavelength, and I think that
no, I think what you're talking about is collective consciousness.
right.
Yeah.
And what I believe is when you die, you go back to that consciousness. That that's fate. I don't believe that when we die we completely go away, like you were saying earlier. I think we leave residue, basically. I think we leave a mark, and I think that goes back to the supreme consciousness of everything. That's basically what God is to me, quote unquote. Because I do see a pattern. I see patterns all the time in the frequency of living things. Like, okay, for example, each planet has its own frequency, its own sound that it makes. If there's recordings of NASA that NASA's made of the planet, and everything has a frequency. Well, something that a lot of people don't know is that the planet Earth, the noise we make, our bodies resonate that same frequency. So I think that everything that lives, every life form that lives on a particular planet probably resonates the same way their planet does. So
that makes sense.
And that is how we can tell that something's not natural to whatever planet. They would resonate differently than the planet that they're on.
Yeah. See, here's where I stumble. I believe that there's different things out there, but I will not conform to any secular religion, because they're all in there for themselves. And so yeah, as far as religion goes, fuck religion. And if you need to find peace, you need to find it in yourself and with what's around you. Nothing to do with lighting fucking candles or anything like that.
Well, I've said this multiple times in other streams, and so people that have listened to me or that throw together the different streams I've been on, I have been in my past a member of the Church of Satan, and they, first and foremost, they don't believe in Satan. They basically LaVey used that name to piss off Christians. But
I actually know that because it's nothing to do with Satan. It's it's to do with the fallen.
It's to do with with you. It's to do with your own personal power, and how it's like they say, every man is a star. Every man has his own power, and every man is his own power. And I still, even though I don't label myself a Satanist anymore, I still believe very firmly in that argument that we all have our own power. We all are influencing the material realm, if you get my meaning. We all influence the little piece of our world where we are. And
we have to, yeah, because the fact is we're here. So, Raquel, have you got anything to say?
She dropped off for a second. She had to go do something.
Okay. But Adam, have you got anything to say?
I think he slipped out for a second too. I think it's just you and me, bro.
Okay, fair enough. But it's like the fact is, yeah, you're correct. But all energy creates circumstance, and so yes, everything we do has a direct influence on our surroundings and everything around us.
Yeah. Well, I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer in the idea of ascension. I believe that at some point or another, you reach a state of being, and maybe that's what death is. You just ascending to a different format, I guess. You know, maybe it's an upgrade. Who knows? I do believe that if you keep connected to within yourself, that you become more of an influence on your little corner of reality. I think maybe that.
I believe that life on Earth is a teaching lesson, and if you don't learn those lessons, you're going to be sent back to learn them
Yeah.
again. And so it's like I try to learn as much as I can.
Sort of like a boot camp idea, right? Sort of like.
Yeah, exactly right. It's like boot camp, and I mean, I try to learn as much as I can. Hang on, someone looping me.
I had an uncle that used to talk about how you have to learn something new every day, because the day that you stop learning is the day that you should just lay down in your hole and pull the dirt in over you. You know, and I fully believe that.
Yeah, I've been learning, and it's like it's sort of like weird when you actually put it into practice, and your own brother calls it witchcraft.
No, I've been there, my friend. I've been there. See, I come from a family of Catholics,
The same here. Yeah.
and we're half Italian and half British. So,
Now we're half British, half Australian, but my brother later in life he went to Christian. We were born Catholics, we were raised Catholic, and I dismissed Catholic, and Christian I dismissed even more. But it was, I'm not going to go into it, but it's like but yeah, at one stage my brother said, "What you're doing is witchcraft." Um, but the fact is, I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. All I was doing was sending an energy field, and he noticed it, and he told me around. He turned around and said, "Stop, you're witchcraft." It's like well, I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything, but he was in pain, and I was sending an energy field, and he said it was witchcraft and stop. So so I stopped.
yeah.
But you and I know that you can generate positive or negative forces, um, and if you want to, you can really fuck with a cat, because a cat picks up on it really well.
Strangely enough, so do tiny dogs.
Well, the tiny dogs, I don't know about tiny dogs, but I know cats can pick up on it really well. So you can fuck with a cat quite a bit. Yeah.
Well, I've got a Chihuahua. He's my service animal, and he picks up very, very deeply on psychic emanation, which is really
Well, that's
weird.
impressive, because mostly dogs are empathic, not psychopathic. Um, but my dog was very empathic, and he knew exactly what was in my head the whole time. As I said, it's like he's the reason why I'm still alive, um, because he knew what was going on with me before I did. You know,
Yeah,
but and the fact is, I still sense him now. He's been dead for over 10 years, but I still sense him. if I need him, I can call on him. You know.
And that's why there's a picture of him that I had painted for you, looking at you.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got off on the esoteric there for a little bit. Which is actually one of my favorite subjects, strangely enough. Maybe it's because I've experienced so much bullshit in my life.
No, I mean, we all have, and it's great to talk about it, and because some people accept it, some people don't.
Well, it's a pretty telling thing when you're, 12 years old and an entity sits on the end of your bed and tells you you're not leaving ever when you're moving out of a house.
Scary.
It was not pleasant, let me tell you. It was like ice water flowing through my veins. So I know it wasn't a pleasant entity.
Anybody else want to share? Because you two have been out of the chat for a while there, and we've been chatting away. So you guys get a chance to talk now.
Yeah, well, it's 3:48 in the morning. I'm going to bed. As a joke, that's right. Notice we both disappeared and both reappeared right about the same time. Gee, what do you think we were doing? Giggity.
I was just getting a snack and doing other stuff.
Yeah,
No, we know what you're doing. You walked down to the store and got Slurpees. We know that. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I don't want.
Slurpee,
It's too late for a
quote.
Slurpee.
Slurpees, quote unquote.
It's too late for a Slurpee. Giggity. That's not what you said 20 minutes ago.
Well, if it's too late for a Slurpee, why are you coughing? Because you're drinking a Slurpee.
Well, I got your Slurpee, Giggity. Anyway.
He's using your language against you. I've got your Slurpee. Giggity.
Well, you can take that however you want to.
But anyway, okay, you guys go to sleep. I mean, obviously, I forgot completely the time lapse. You guys go to sleep and have a good nap, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow.
All right.
You mean later today? You mean?
Later today, later tomorrow.
Later today. But yeah, Adam, I love you, and I'll catch up with the rest of you later.
All right, buddy. Raquel, thanks for having me on. Love
You're
you
welcome.
too, man. It's been a lot of fun, but yeah, it's time for me to get at least my 3 hours of sleep before I got to get up and the dogs get up and go, hey, feed me.
And it's going to wake up and go, poopy shit pooping. Yeah.
No, I was already doing that when I was muted. So,
hey, everybody, it was good talking to you, buddy.
All right, man. Take care, everybody.
All right, you'll see you guys later. Good night, everybody.
Take care. See ya.